Hello Bad Publicity fans, this is Mark from My Size Hedge Fund back again with the Haandy Sandburg playthrough, the Decklist of the week from Code Marvelous, and it is a lot of fun to try. I definitely recommend it. All built around Sandburg, the neutral asset, 0 to res, 4 to trash, and if you have 10 credits in your credit pool, each piece of ice has +1 strength for every 5 credits in your credit pool. So that means as soon as you hit that criteria, every piece of ice that you res has +2 strength, which is pretty tasty. You combine that with Next Silver, then you make Magnet much better, Turing much better, and Architect. I mean, if you can get this to fire, you are pretty set. As I said in the last video, Eli is the one that people are a bit unsure of. Mother Goddess might be worth a try because it picks up on the next ice subtype, so it might be worth a bash. But you can go classic RP with this as well, replicating perfection. Put a couple of these in a row, sure they can click through one, but they're going to run out of clicks, and Eli is just a great piece of ice as well. Always taxing. On the agenda front, you are looking at your usual suite, accelerated beta test, just because it's great, and if you can get one to fire safely, you are looking good because it'll be next ice more than likely, which is fantastic. Corporate sales team to up your bank balance a bit. Vitruvius because it's a 3-2, that isn't merger, and global food to close out the game as well. Usual money making tools, you're engineering the future, so you're getting that credit. Adonis and Eve with Breaker Bay, it's just fantastic. One Caprice, a lot of influence being tied up there, but it is a great defensive upgrade if you can get that to fire and to work. And with Ash as well, you're kind of giving people a Sophie's choice of, well, I can beat the Trace, but then certain things are going to live, or do I need to take out the Caprice, all that kind of stuff. And by the time they get through your remote, they'll hopefully be pretty broke. If they do manage to get through and trash things, you have archived memories to bring it back out, whatever tool you need. So let's give this a bash, and we will see if Code Marvelous is indeed an amazing deck builder / genius. And props to you if you get that reference. We're up against Ken Tenma today. That should be an intriguing one. And I'm going to pitch this hand, I think. Next gold. Turing is good. Breaker Bay is great. Would like to see an Adonis early, but can't defend HQ properly. And this is marginally better. So I've zoomed in a little bit more. There were some comments the last time that you couldn't see the cards properly, so hopefully this is a good balance between actually being able to see the cards, having a play area, and being able to see essentials like clicks, credits, and agenda points. So this isn't a great start. We're going to draw 2, and I think we're going to just stick Architect on HQ. And we're going to try and pitch all the agendas, because otherwise we're not in a great spot. So we're going to have to keep... we can only pitch one thing, so gold for the moment, I think. We have another Jackson, so if they want, they can trash this Jackson. 3 agendas in hand is pretty awful. But maybe we'll get to fire Architect. They took a mulligan, I believe. They did indeed. So hopefully... So we can remove Jackson to deny them, but I think we're just going to have to suck it up and give them lots of money. Yeah, that is not great, and they're going to come back for the trash. So I'll leave it because we have the second Jackson. We can get back gold and that very soon. So let's get our other Jackson down. Draw 2. Wow. Keep. So we're going to end up keeping 2 agendas. This is not brilliant. Not loving this. But on the plus side, we will have ice. So let's do that. And we'll get rid of one agenda. We'll get rid of Vitruvius. And we can shuffle back the 3 things if necessary, which is quite likely. John Mass. So hopefully they target R&D. Sure enough they do. They might go archives and then R&D again. Oh, okay, security testing. So we're going to get a little bit of breathing room. Eve and another Jackson. Let's stick this onto R&D. And I don't really want to leave a server out here, but we may have to. Let's put Eve out on its own. And bin the other Vitruvius. We'll be shuffling back to two of them and Jackson very soon. So obviously I'd prefer to have ice for the Eve, but I mean, we might be able to just get away with rezzing for the moment. We should draw into ice. We haven't seen very much so far, but we have, however, seen tons of agendas. So they're going to go for the real run. We're going to get rid of the agendas and the Jackson. We're going to show next gold. Hopefully that'll make them a little more hesitant to run things, because you don't want to get ice, or you don't want to get next ice rezzed. It just becomes more and more powerful all the time. Ooh, that's pretty spicy. I'm going to trash the Eve without even giving us the chance to res it. And Doppelganger. Alright. Seriously? Oh my. This is crazy. Okay. Can we get away with this? I'm going to try. Oops. Get that back to hand. I think we just try and slam this, because things do not get much better for us here. And we'll pitch Sandburg for the moment. So we're in a rough spot, having seen what, 5, 6 agendas? 1, 2, 3, 4. We pitched 2. Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in. Especially against criminal, you want to get your bearings. You want to get yourself set up. This is not what we needed. So they're going to get a free run with Doppelganger. They might have an inside job, which wouldn't be great. Thankfully it's a... Yep, there it is. Oh, on HQ. So we will leave them in. Sure enough, we'll lose a beta test. But if we can get this to fire... Wow. So, losing everything. Pity they didn't think it was NAPD. So, 2 inside jobs down. And we're 4-0 down. And... Archive memories. I think we just try and get an Adonis down. This is exactly what we wanted. So hopefully we can consolidate a little bit here. Maybe we should have pushed for an agenda here. If it was a beta test in hand, I think I would have gone for it. But right now I think safety first might be the best approach. So they can get 2 credits. They might try an inside job over here again, depending on what they draw. Dirty laundry. That's fair enough. And just drawing. So we'll get our Adonis up and going. Hedge fund's nice. Ash is pretty great as well. But for the moment, I'm going to hold it in hand. No, I can stick it in there as well. I mean, if we get hit by a legwork, the game's over anyway, so we'll try and keep Ash somewhat safe. If we can get some ice, we can archive back Sandburg, try and get into another server, and then we'll be in a much better place. But again, against Criminal, you're trying to survive the account siphons. So once you get past that stage of the game, you can be okay. Zoo. Well, it's almost like they knew. Alright, Breaker Bay, not all that exciting. Another architect. Yeah, I'll put it on archives. Just to try and close off that threat. Triple threat architect. And I will res as many of them as I need to. So I'll prevent the possibility of a free run. We should be able to shut off the security testing. Never mind. Inside job again. They are really determined to get the inside job down. But it's working for them. Lucky snipe. They don't know the half of it. So, political operative? Yep, 2 of them. Alright. We just can't catch a break here. I think we're going to have to Jackson and try and just clear things out. Ah, yeah. Not going to be allowed to. Well, at least we can have lots of money. So, second political operative could be used on our Ash. It could of course be used on Sandburg, which is probably what you want to do. Turing's an okay defense, but probably not as a standalone. May actually be better on the scoring server. If you saw the last game, you saw how this deck is supposed to function. It is supposed to have an awful lot of ice. Currently, we have seen one that we threw away, and we've only seen one other next piece of ice, and a Turing, as well as 3 architects, which are great, but not if they're not running. So they're not expecting a hard-hitting news anytime soon. Probably the right call. Okay, Sandburg is decent. Can we get this to go? So this will be 5 strength. It'll cost 4, 5 to get through that. No, not enough yet. Eli is decent. Can be clicked through though. I think this is better on HQ to prevent the siphon, I think. And let's do a new remote with the Turing. So we can Sandburg, hopefully get them to use their political operative. Then we can throw down the archived memories to get it back. And then I might feel a little bit better about things. Obviously we need a second ice somewhere, possibly on both. Film critic. So now they worry about NAPD. Alright. So that's pretty good. So we could do bronze into bronze. Yeah, let's do that. And let's do this. So try and get our money going again, get a Sandburg remote set up, then we'll feel a little more secure about things. A little more secure. We say as we're 6 points down. Okay, public terminal's coming out. Let's get the Adonis resed. And start that ticking away. Alrighty, Sandburg into Sandburg. Perfect. So let's get that down. We could res it now. Eli. Where is Eli good? I think we put it on R&D. Try and shore things up a bit. So this is the disadvantage of playing with the zoomed in setting on a smaller screen. We're going to have to zoom out at some point soon. Same old thing. So at the moment it's looking like same old thing, inside job. So we're getting there. We are getting there. So we could do bronze into bronze into bronze, which would be kind of funny. Another choring. Yeah. Server 2. So I'm going to zoom out. 75%. That is a big difference. Let's put another choring on server 6. Hopefully they will run soon, because we need to get this resed. DDoS. Alright, so DDoS inside job. Oh, laundry, okay. That'll work. So they get their money up. They must have breakers, right? If they do same old inside job, then we can't res this. They'll bypass the inside anyway, unless it's over here. So high stakes. Yep, that'll work. So plenty of money, but is it enough? Down to 3 credits. So now that we've seen DDoS, do we defend against that? Next gold. Where do we need this? Haven't seen any Maker's Eye. It's 4, 5. Where is next gold good? Against criminal, it is a risk. Do we put out another Sandburg? We could do. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that actually. Magnet. No, I think a next gold into a Sandburg remote. I think this is best. We have a lot of money, but we need to start resing stuff soon. So having 2 on the board means we will be able to drain this. Should be able to keep our ash alive as well. Ooh. Alright, we will raise Architect. Alrighty, so we're going to get 2. Look at the top 5 cards. They're not all that exciting. We can install a magnet at least. If only we had a beta test. So let's install next silver on HQ. Let's install Jackson. Could install Eve or Adonis. Let's do an Eve on a new remote. It unfortunately does get security testing, but we have a breaker bay that we can throw down. What have they got in store for us now? Inside job. Yep, that'll work. So I'm okay with that. They'll take out one Sandburg, but we currently have another. They're going to come for the Eve. Alright. So we pretty much have to try and go for the score here. Bronze into bronze into bronze isn't that exciting. It won't be all that difficult for them to beat. We could, of course, archived, install Sandburg, install Vitruvius. Yeah, I think that's probably the best play. Because now we have Ash, double Sandburg, and that will hopefully do the job for us. DDoS. Yeah. So, we can't res this. But we have another in reserve. Strange that Zoo is the only breaker that they've put down so far. Alright. So, let's get a Vitruvius out the door. And we're on the board. With 14 cards left in R&D. So lots of money. But unless we have to res ice, we're not going to be doing a lot with it. Mongoose. And they get rid of Siphon. That makes sense. So Mongoose does nothing here. So either Sandburg or Ash is going to go. Could install another code gate, but I think we just try and tax them out here. And then the hunt will be on for the global food. 13 cards left. 5 agendas. And we haven't seen... Do they have a Maker's Eye? 3, 6, 7, 8, and Zoo 9, 10. Another DDoS. So where are they going to go now? Legwork. Okay, so we can't res the outside, which is fine. Eli, I might as well make them try and waste some money and time. Perfect. And yeah, I want to make them spend some money. We have lots of it. So unfortunately we're still not getting our next dice resed. But thankfully the legwork will miss completely here. And they'll trash all the breaker bays. Wonder what they think this is. So they're losing a credit by doing the doppelganger run. I think you just cut your losses at that point. So yeah, we've struggled with the old next dice. So understandable that they'd forget. It's lying in wait, but actually finding... Ah yes, they found gold. But that was a long time ago. So where's the rest of it hiding? So they've been doing a good job of that so far. We have an X gold just hanging out here now. So can we... We'll need to shore up R&D. In case there can't be another DDoS, can there? 3, 6, 9 influence used. So we can archived, get Sandburg down again, and put a next dice up here. Or do we put Jackson? I think if we can get Sandburg down, and if we can get one of them to live, then we'll be okay. So I'm gonna try Sandburg, and you know, in retrospect, we'll be able to look at this decision and go, was it right, was it wrong? But for the moment, I think it's what I have to go for. So 35 credits, and I've raised 11 credits worth of ice. He just won't run into my next ice. So now we are banking on finding global food. 2 cards left. So, do we go for it? It seemed like the best option. They have the same old thing, so they can inside job This will only be 1 strength plus whatever. It's risky. We have Ash, we have Sandburgs. How many inside jobs they used? 1, 2, 3. So they've used all 3. They've used 3 DDoS. I think now is as good a time as any. 2 Sandburgs on the board. I think we have to hope that 1 survives. And we have the Ash, we have the credit lead. I think we just have to go for it. They might imagine that one of these is silver. Unfortunately it's not, but they don't know that. Corroder. So, inside job. High stakes job. Interesting. Okay. So we'll res Sandburg, which they can trash if they like. And the ice. Yeah, I suppose. So, 9 strength. There's 2 of them. Alrighty, so we're going to get to kill, we get to do 1 damage. Isn't that exciting? Hit a siphon. And we can trash. Zoo seems the most obvious choice considering our scoring server is entirely code gates. Now with this move there may be question marks over timing windows, as in if they trashed while breaking, then then we wouldn't have had the opportunity, or does it pass back and forth? Legwork, let that go through. Oh, that's expensive. Well, they mathed that out perfectly. Let's see, magnet. And we will score out global food. So I think we were right to be aggressive. And took a while. We were on the ropes, but worked out in the end. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more, come on over to ISS Hedge Fund for more gentechie.net action.